Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back to our show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm here today with AJ and Dawn Jones. And what we're going to talk about, besides their journey in real estate and business, we're going to talk about how they're helping entrepreneurs, real estate entrepreneurs, really truly build wealth with short-term rentals and those type of exits. Guys, remember, at Investor Fuel, we help real estate investors, service providers, all entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business. We do that with the tools and the resources to help grow the business they want to have, which helps live that life that they've wanted to live. So, AJ, Dawn, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
How you doing, John? Thank you.
I'm fantastic, man. Thank you for asking. And I'm excited to talk about this. I love short-term rentals. But before we kind of get into the weeds of all that, why don't you give our audience a little background on you, how you got into the business, what got you into real estate, and kind of what got you to today.
Yeah, so Dawn and I, we've been married for about 27 years now. And,
congratulations.
Thank you. And we started actually in 2008. It was about the time of the crash. Most people were running away from real estate because of the crash. We were diving in because of the opportunity, because of the crash.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we started out doing fix and flips and wholesaling, and really did very well at that time. And leading up to the current time, we've bought many houses, done many flips, many wholesale deals, done some creative financing. At one point, we owned the Home Investors franchise as well, so part of the Home Investors family for a good bit. And that was the time that I had opportunity to meet Mike, and and so it was a great time. And now, leading up to today, say probably about Dawn 2.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago, we were looking at how can we start a real estate focused business that we can do together. My background is in sales, cybersecurity sales. So
Okay.
I sold cybersecurity, cloud security with one of the largest cybersecurity companies out there to the Fortune 50, right? So my clients, big boys, the Wall Street targets, and so those was kind of my clientele and people that I were used to. But I was looking at making the transition, coming into full time. And Dawn has an IT background; she can share more about that. And we decided that short-term rentals was something that we wanted to kind of look into. And so we started looking at how can we get involved. And other than owning our own properties, we knew we wanted to scale fast, and the fastest way to do that was through rental arbitrage, right? And so that was a strategy that we went forward with in launching our business. And then so we acquired our first apartments via rental arbitrage. And then as people started to see what we did, they started asking us to host. I'll let you talk, Dawn.
Okay, cool. So on my background is IT. I was desktop support management. So I had a customer service type background. My husband tells the story about us being in real estate together, but I really kind of was just along for the ride. He started with his twin brother, and both as wives, we walked beside them. But I felt like it was complicated, and I really was not all into it until now. And so,
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
After the Home Investors franchise transition, and he wanted to transition into something different and have a real estate business inside of a business, that kind of piqued my interest. The IT side, the customer service side, and the styling side.
I was going to say, is there a reason? Does she do the styling? I bet she does the styling.
Yes, but he's pretty good at it too. Don't get it twisted. He's coming. Right. Like the doctor of it all. If you move it over just a little bit, and I'm like, oh, chef's kiss. So
right.
He's good at it as well.
Awesome.
Just kind of going along the journey with him. We kind of started, on this path together, just seriously kind of glued together and, on this path a little bit more. So.
I love it. And real quick, AJ, you have a twin?
I do. I have a twin. We're fraternal though. So
I have a fraternal twin brother, and I have identical twin daughters.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So when I told my mom I'm having twins, she looked at it and laughed at me. She said, "Ha, payback's you know what."
Yeah, I have a twin brother, but we didn't have any twins.
Okay. Yeah, twins are a different ballgame, man. That's another whole podcast within itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys ever watch any of my podcasts, you'll know I like to go backwards sometimes, right? So we got a cybersecurity dude, and we have an IT lady.
Yeah.
Where did real estate how did you find it? How did you think about it? Was there an influence? A lot of people tell me about that purple book that they read. Was there anything specific that kind of triggered that real estate itch?
It was something, I don't know, John, for me, when I was 21 years old, before the internet, and you had to get real estate books if you want to learn about real estate. I just always had this desire to know and have a real estate business. I remember 21 years old buying a box of books that came on real estate. I met with my mom, my brother around the table and said, hey, I think we should really do real estate to build generational wealth for our family. I'm at 21. I don't even know what I was talking about, but
right.
It's funny now that I think about it. But and it was like, yeah, let's do that, right? And of course, life happened. I was still in school, finished school. And then I was around 35 years old. Somebody sent me something in the mail that said, hey, go to this real estate course. This guy is coming to town. He's going to be teaching you how to invest with no money down and no credit, creative financing.
Sure.
And so I told my wife and my brother, and he told his wife, and we all went. And after 2 days at that event, we signed up, and the rest was history. And that was 2008. Yeah.
Do you remember who that was by chance?
Ron LeGrand.
Ron LeGrand. Oh, man. Okay.
So just don't know anything about Ron LeGrand.
So this was in 2008, and so was it you and your brother, and then both your guys' wives? You guys were all in it together. Dawn, what were you doing in the business to start off?
Ooh, just kind of paperwork, and I don't even remember what type of paperwork. I think we did subject to creative financing, so I would call people, on their behalf and ask them, would they be willing to do the deal subject to, and then I would pass it over, to AJ and his brother and things like that. Yeah.
Subject to would have been something that would have been probably relatively newer back, not necessarily newer. It's been around forever, but as far as the mainstream stuff we talk about now. So obviously you didn't learn all these tactics and techniques and stuff at that 2-day. Did you sign up for a course? Did you sign up for the mentorship? What did you do?
Yeah, so we did sign up. Ron had I think it was a 1-week course at the time. He came back, taught for 5 days, and taught us the basics, mainly focusing around wholesale and fix and flip, right?
Okay.
Butter. But he did touch on those other ways of doing creative financing, such as subject to.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And then from there, we found other mentors, other people that were going more in depth. I can't recall who was teaching it, but we signed up for a lot of courses back there because we were trying to learn it all and figure it all out. And and then we just kind of found out how to do it that way.
Okay. Why was it so important for you to have a mentor as opposed to just kind of going out there and trying to figure it out? I don't want to say out on your own because, I mean, there was stuff, out there that you could study with, but why did you actually need a mentor to guide you? Why was it important to you?
Well, for me, mentor give you speed, right? They give you speed, and that's the most important thing. I don't have time to make the mistakes, and if other people went before me and they've done it already, and they can give you that path to success. Like Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues. And so following people who've been successful at it, to me, is the fastest way for you to be successful. And so anything we ever done in terms of launching a business or doing anything new, even developing a new skill set, we always search for people who are doing it and doing it well, and we seek their mentorship.
Yeah.
Yes. Even if it costs a little money now, it's going to save you and make you a lot more money later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
I mean, we spend probably, excess of 6 figures on mentorship, and, it's paid off well more than that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, 100%. Like I tell people when I started with Investor Fuel in 2018, I mean, I went from 5 deals a month to 10 deals a month in 4 months, and it's a matter of the people you're around and the mentors and what you learn and the opportunities. So now, what did you start doing? Wholesaling, fix and flipping? Did you just like kind of cherry pick which ones you want to flip? What did you do?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
We did wholesaling.
Yeah. Our very first deal was a subject to deal, actually.
Nice.
We did a subject to with a townhome at that time. That was our first deal. And then our next deal was wholesale and then fix and flip. And so, and we had good success early on. I think very early on, I did a wholesale deal, made $60,000,
Ooh.
Yeah, for a house. But, we just cleaned the carpet, like $300 and put it on the market. And at that time, we learned, people will have their reasons for why they do what they do, why they're willing to give up equity, learning how to solve their pain and really
solve their problem.
What it is their problem. That's what they care about the most. And if you get good at that, you can do very well.
And I think that's what a lot of people try to, maybe lose sometimes in the art of the negotiation part, is just trying to understand and put yourself in their shoes, like meet them where they're at, solve their problem,
Yes, sir. Yep.
What were some of the biggest struggles for you guys when you started doing deals and started growing and all that?
Yeah, I would say,
fear of just kind of stepping out, but you kind of gain, some traction with your mentors. They kind of help you gain the confidence you need. But just making the first call, putting together the first deal, understanding the numbers, that was for me. What about you?
Yeah, I would say that's a challenge, in terms of, okay, it's something new, but, again, getting over the fear to get those reps in, that was the critical piece. Learning, I think at the time, we learned that, hey, everybody's not going to say yes. So we used to say, go for the no, right?
Yep.
You expect the no, go for the no, because if it take you 20 no's to get to a yes, you're one no closer to that yes, right? And so we started kind of approaching it like that, and that helped kind of lower the fear. So, we wasn't surprised by the no. We were surprised by the yes.
I know, right? You're like, wait, what? You're like, oh, you kind of set your mind up. You ask a question, and you just starting to pack stuff up.
Right.
They're like, yes, okay, that sounds good. Wait, what?
Yeah. So,
well, and I think that's kind of what we're conditioned to. But I like that, when you go for the no, it's a great book, by the way. But when you go for the no, it's also it's being more optimistic and looking at it, right? It's like, yes, this is a no, but guess what? I'm that much closer to my yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what does your business look like today? I mean, is it just you guys? Is it your brother still? I mean, what does that all look like?
Yeah, so we still do deals. Me and my brother together, we're still doing fix and flips. But for Dawn and I, we've kind of transitioned one full time into the short term rental management and arbitrage space.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
We also have some rentals that we hold now
Okay.
as well. So we're looking to build our rental portfolio for cash flow. But yeah, the STR is our main bread and butter right now.
Awesome. All right. So just so all our folks that are on here, not all of them might be as experienced or knowledgeable about the term. So let's talk about this. What is arbitrage?
So rental arbitrage is simply you, instead of buying a property, what you do, you acquire that property via a lease. You basically arbitrage, you lease the property with the right to sublease it out, right?
Okay.
And so in that, we focus on mainly apartments, but we also have some single family houses as well. And we present an opportunity for them to lease it to us at full price. Some people, we even pay them even more than what they're asking. And then they give us in return the right to sublease that out. And what we do, we sublease it out as a short-term rental. And that's, think Airbnb. And for us also, we do a lot of insurance stays or what they call corporate housing.
Corporate housing, midterm.
Yeah.
Do you do any midterm type of stuff?
Midterm, right. And so the definition of a short term is 30 days or less.
Right.
Midterm is 30 days or more, usually typically 30 days to a year. So we do both.
Okay.
Our business is split amongst those.
Okay. So then how are you finding these properties? I mean, are you just going out and looking for properties that are listed on Zillow for rent and reaching out to those homeowners? I mean, what does that look like?
Yeah. So we focused in on initially Class A apartments, right? So finding areas that we want to be in for the most part.
Okay.
Currently today, we have about quite a bit of apartments down in the Bentonville, Rogersville area where Walmart is headquartered. Found that because I had a friend who owned a building in that area and told me to come in that area and take a look and see what all was happening and transpiring. Walmart just launched their new corporate office, which was the largest construction project in America at that time. And so you could imagine the amount of business and real estate opportunity in that area. And so we reached out and found a company that liked what we do. We tend to do what we call an elevated look and style to our Airbnb apartments. And he loved that and wanted us to bring it into not only the building we look in Arkansas, but other buildings nationwide. So that's how we kind of got started. And then on the co-host side, Don and I are involved in other real estate groups, RIAs, and people ask what you do, and we shared it. And it's like, I want to get involved in that, but I have no idea how to do that.
Sure.
So you got to be willing to manage it or host it for us. And so that's how we began to start doing co-hosting. And so with the combination of both of those strategies, we now have about 70 properties under management to the tune of about gross revenues of about $3 million a year now. So
wow. So what's the difference between co-hosting and arbitrage?
So the difference with, you want to explain?
Yeah, so the difference between co-hosting and arbitrage is kind of your own property that you sublease, and then co-hosting is somebody else's property that you're kind of managing for them on those platforms, Airbnb, Booking, Vrbo.
So it's someone who already has actually a short-term rental. It's been operating as a short-term rental. You're just coming in and saying, hey, I can manage it better.
No, they aren't managing it as a short-term rental at all. You're bringing them on the platform. So
got it. Okay.
Kind of an owner who has a house that say, hey, I would like to put this on Airbnb or Vrbo or Booking, but I don't want to manage it on my own or myself. Can you do it for me? And then we can, take it over to do that.
Okay. And, I just had the question slip my head. I totally forgot here. Bear with me one second.
No worries.
As far as the short-term rentals go, right? Are you looking at specific areas, like you said, like a Walmart development? Are you looking for like vacation areas? I mean, where do you guys specifically target?
Yep. So what we found out, which is interesting, is that it's not just the vacation areas or the tourist areas that people want to travel to. People want to travel in every area, every neighborhood you could imagine, right? And so, uh, because we understood that, we really was like, okay, let's find great areas. In a sense, using some of the criteria that you use when you're looking for long-term rentals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So good areas, good schools, economics look pretty decent, where a family might want to visit because they have loved ones that live in that area, or they're doing some type of business in that area, or they're there for some type of event. So we kind of look for those areas, and those were kind of the places that we target using criteria as well. So
cool. But you'd be surprised, it's like your bread and butter neighborhoods. It's not, it doesn't have to be on the coast or on a beach or, anything like that.
And how do you guys evaluate, how are you guys using it, or what tools are you using to evaluate it as if it's a profitable or could be a profitable Airbnb or something like that?
Yeah, so we have we use Airbnb's own data. You could do some more data and market research using their platform, and so we use that. There are some other platforms out there, some other third-party sites like MashAdvisor and AirDNA that also give you some data that I would say not necessarily 100% accurate data, but it give you an idea of what that market might look like. And so taking those tools and putting them all together, we kind of get a good sense and a good feel for if that's a viable area for a short-term rental.
Got it. When you look at other folks out there that have short-term rentals, right, and they're doing it on their own, what mistakes are you seeing people make?
So many.
Well, just give me the top couple.
Yeah. One of the top of
yeah. First, design for sure. Just in order to kind of beat the competition, you want to put a good design. I always have a philosophy: if you don't want to stay there, then what makes you think that somebody else might?
Sure.
So make sure that you would design it with an eye of I would love to be here. This is a relaxing place. And I would say outside of design.
Yeah, I would say one, thinking that any area might work, right? A person will come stay in any location. Really, you need to do your research. You need to see one thing that's really big right now with short-term rentals is regulations, right? There are a lot of cities that are banning them, restricting them, and so you need to really understand that. So before you go spend $15,000-$20,000 on new furniture and think that you're about to become a short-term rental millionaire, you really need to understand your city regulations first and foremost. Is it allowed? If it is allowed, is there any type of licensing requirement? If it's not allowed, then what are the restrictions? What can I do? Because maybe I can't do 30-day or less, but I can do 30 days or more, and I can have a midterm rental in this area, right? Or is it altogether banned because they require minimum 1 year or 6 months to a year?
Right.
And so really understanding those dynamics, I've seen investors step out there not doing that research on the front end, and it come to bite them back later.
Then dynamic pricing. So you can tell static pricing versus dynamic pricing, meaning a person priced at $250 through the whole, week, but having pricing tools in place that knows when certain events come, when time of year is. So the dynamic pricing to allow them to make more money.
Yep. And so, there's software out there that do that for you, right? And really understand, because there's different dynamics, as Dawn said, seasonality, events,
right.
Competition, right? So
is that kind of like AI with like AI type of, I don't know, like a tool that would, like for like if a football games in town or college, whatever, right? They'll just automatically jump prices based on. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, same thing hotels do.
Yeah.
Same concept. Yeah, and
wow,
so
that's
you
pretty awesome.
have a lot of revenue if you just set your price, set it and forget it. That's a terrible way to do it, because sometimes you might have to even adjust down because it's a bad time in the market, right? And so having those data tools and analytics and AI that can make those adjustments is a critical piece.
Do you guys have any goals or visions of like getting, like people are doing like glamping Airbnbs and like they do all these different type of like just different ones. Like in Idaho, there's a big potato Airbnb. I mean, it really is. Look it up. But I mean, do you guys have any goals of trying to do anything like that?
No, not really. We kind of like the bread, butter born stuff, we keep it simple in our business. We had an opportunity. We go to Costa Rica a lot, and we had an opportunity to acquire some units there, and have it managed remotely. And one of the opportunities was to do glamping actually up in the mountains. And we was like, it's cool, but it requires a lot.
A little bit more than your bandwidth wants to deal with. Yeah.
But we do create experiences. Airbnb is big on experiences, so we will put a game room or spa type experience in the house, or or a backyard fire pit. So we do create some elements in the home that's a little bit different from the average Airbnb.
Okay, very cool. No, I mean, I heard that is a big thing to do. Even if it's just a regular Airbnb, try to make something stand out, make something different, right? Build that experience.
Yep. Yes, sir.
What do you guys attribute your keys to success? Sounds like you're running a pretty great business. What's your keys to where you're at now?
Man, it's hard work. First of all, I think it's our passion for it. We bring that to the table every single day. We really enjoy doing it. We enjoy working together. We see this as us building a family business that we're going to leave a legacy to our 7 grandkids that we have now.
7 grandkids. I didn't think you guys are old enough to have grandkids.
7.
We got 7. They're all
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so I would say that passion is one key to our success. And that translates when we're talking to other investors or when we're reaching out to people, property management companies, and we want to do some rental arbitrage. And I think really just our professionalism that we bring to our approach, because we tend not to want to do the average. We want to be better than the average.
I love it.
We say elevated stays and elevated management or hosting. So we always keep that mindset that our approach is to do better, to achieve excellence in what we do. And I think people sense that, they see that, and they want to partner with us in it. So,
and just sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, sounds to me like you guys are achieving it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marriott. We just joined Marriott.
Yeah.
Because of that very reason. They saw our elevated design and they wanted us to be a part of their portfolio, with our Airbnb properties.
Wow! Yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. We're one of only 3 in the Chicagoland area that have been approved for our properties to be on their Marriott Bonvoy program, where Marriott customers can use their Bonvoy points to book stays at our properties.
Wow, that is so cool. We could talk a little bit more about that as well. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. If there are folks that are listening to this and they want to talk to you more about the short-term arbitrage or co-hosting, maybe they want to talk to you about coaching them how to learn how to do it. What's the best way for folks to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so there are 2 ways. So if you want to learn more about us and our company and what we do, maybe if you want us to explore hosting your property, we do hosting in other states nationwide. We're in 3 states now, and we can essentially do it in any state. You can reach us on our website at LCP, like Legacy Corporate Properties, lcpstays.com, stays.com, lcpstays.com. And we also teach this, John, and that came out of, people just asking us, hey, we want to learn what you do. So we've are actually right in the process of launching a course. And so if there's anyone out there that want to learn how to do rental arbitrage, how to do co-hosting, how to acquire properties, and with both methods and build and scale quickly. We scaled in up to 70 properties in 2 years. Then they can get on launch list. It's at elevatestracademy.com.
Awesome.
So that's elevatestracademy.com.
And I think I have here on the I'll get it and I'll put all that stuff in the show notes, so that way anybody who's watching, you guys can click on that. You'll be able to get right in touch with them. Awesome. AJ, Dawn, thank you guys so much for coming on and talking with us. Great story. I mean, I love what you guys are doing. You guys sounds like you guys are on the right track. Guys, if you want to learn more about the Arbitrage are co-hosting, please reach out to them. I hope you guys took some good notes and had a great show. I mean, I know I did. Thank you guys again. And we'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.
Yeah. Take care.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.